Let's go to Southland, where an architect says the museum and art gallery should never have been closed down. The building was closed, as we know, indefinitely 2 weeks ago after the Trust Board and Invercargill Council deemed it an earthquake risk. A peer review of a 2013 seismic assessment said the buildings were less than 34% of the new building standard. But Invercargill architect Bob Simpson says this isn't right. He's just had a meeting with the Southland Museum and Art Galleries Trust and the council's CEO to explain why. And Bob joins us live now. Are you there, Bob?
I am, John.
You're hot out of the meeting?
Well, yes.
Yeah, good. What did you tell him? What did you say?
Well, I had the advantage. I had a similar meeting last week with the council. This time it was with the Museum Trust Board. But this time I had structural engineer Lou Robinson from Dunedin on the conference call, and so he was able to support the contention which I'd made, which is basically that the report from 2013 made two assumptions which we believe are incorrect. One is that they put it in the wrong category of ground, and we've done a test on the weekend to help establish our case, and other people here know that the report from Christchurch engineers got the ground condition wrong, and they also said that the occupancy class was such that it was for places that gather over 300 people, and that's just not what happens there. So if you change those two numbers and multiply a figure of 30 for business, for the new building standards, you go from 30 to 50 with one 10-minute calculation. Okay.
Boy, if it's wrong, the cost, as we saw in the CTV building with Christchurch, is terrible. But you are confident, absolutely confident, that this building is safe. Are you recommending it be reopened without any structural alterations?
Definitely. I mean, you can't say any building's safe because you don't know what earthquakes are coming. But what the building's required to do is comply with codes. And if it's under 34% of the new building standard, then it's earthquake prone. But neither the MB or the health and safety people say it should be evacuated in that case. But that's the argument that the chief executive has made. And we're saying that it shouldn't be closed even if it was 30%, but we're saying, in our expert opinion really, that the building is about 50%. And so the argument is that, well, my proposal was that they put the staff back in, they have take themselves 6 months to get a proper assessment of the deal, and then if there's something to be done, well, it should be done, but closing it is actually unbelievable. It was, essentially the announcement was made, a few weeks after a new chief executive arrived from Nelson, and that was made on the 9th of April, and the building was closed on the 12th of April. Well, it's just mad, in my opinion.
Bob Simpson, thank you so much. So Bob Simpson, just out of that meeting, we'll make some calls to Southland and see what response to what Bob is saying. Absolutely fascinating, because it was a fairly dramatic closure. Bob is saying not necessary.